Yo, 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 yo. We're back with a new stream, but we're here with a different game. Oh, Jim, I missed you. Almost closed OBS because I'm a fool. I think Jim Stone's gone. We'll see. But yeah, we're playing a new game called Predecessor by the title. This is a third-person MOBA, not unlike Smite, but better than Smite. Maybe that's controversial, but it's true. So, a little rundown of the heroes. Drongo, Fangmao, Faye, Gadget, Gideon, Howitzer, Kalari, Chimera, Steel, Sparrow, Sevarog, Rampage, Narbash, Muriel, Murdoch, Lieutenant Bellica, Grux, Richter, Decker, Crunch. He likes to punch. Here's the item list. There are quite a lot. That's basically it. Got a bunch of settings. Oh, no, don't do it. The game is early access. So the only thing there is to do is play the game. There is no store, which I respect. That wasn't the first thing that they got done. They got the game working. The game works pretty well. I haven't had any serious issues. I think I've crashed twice. But the game has a really good rejoin feature. So you get the game started back and you're right back in the action. You don't lose your progress in the game. Now, I do have a account level. I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know if I'll get anything for that whenever it goes into full game. But let's go, because these games can be long. I'm going to try to play as Steel. He is a tanky character. I was playing as Decker, who is the opposite of tanky. But she's very disruptive. She's very good at the stuns and the slows. Steel, on the other hand, he's very good at stunning, but he has a lot more health and toughness. And later on, whenever I get some items under me, if I say cards, understand that in this game, the game that this is based on was called Paragon. It's, for all intents and purposes, the same game. But Paragon got shut down. Basically, to put more support toward Fortnite. And Epic Games is like, hey, if y'all want it so bad, we'll just give y'all the assets. And so they did. And a few remakes popped up. So far, this is the only, well, this is new. It's about a week old. It's came out Thursday. But so far, I've played just about all of them. All the ones I've heard of, I've played. And this is the best one, by far. This feels like Paragon. The other ones, not that they're bad, not that they were bad, Um, but it didn't feel right. They didn't feel right. Something was off. It was off. So, um, so yeah, I think that's why they didn't make it. But I think this will succeed. If Paragon, if Paragon was ever to succeed, Predecessor will. Because I think Paragon had a good player base. But the developers, Epic, whoever, was in charge of making these decisions, changed too much. Like, the original game was based on a card-based system. So you had like a 60 card deck. I think 5 or 6 slots. And you had to put in cards as you would get points. And then as you, filled them up or whatever, then you could replace them with bigger cards. Cards that cost more. And then so on and so forth until you had, like, great cards, great abilities, big, like, stat buffs. That was how you played. And it was a lot to make a new deck, but it was fun. Like, once you got the hang of it, like, it wasn't that bad and it was fun. Then they changed it to... It was better in some ways, worse in others. But they simplified it. And I think... And, people aren't going to like this. I think it was to, like, kind of bridge the gap for casual players. Because it did make the game easier to, like, it was easier to get better faster. But it ruined the technical, like, build making of the deck system. And so it was a lot of things. There was a lot of things that weren't going right for Paragon up toward the end. Thankfully, I don't know if I don't know if I ever spent money on Paragon. I'm sure I did, at least a little. Well, no, we had a pay it forward model. For me and my friends, they got into it first. I was, like, brought in after the fact. And the deal was, I'll buy you the Founders Pack if you'll play with us. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And so that's how we did it. If we wanted somebody to play with us, like, I'll buy it for you. You just, promise that you'll try to learn and play with us. It was a great time. It was a great time to be alive. Still am. Oh boy, Clash of the Titans. I'll tell you what. See who steals better. See, the thing is, steal isn't meant to really be attacking. He's just a bouncer like that. But see, my Murdoch is almost certainly going to get to level 2 before mine. I mean, mine's going to get to level 2 before his will. Because
rises.
The idea is to let Murdoch get tough while I just get secondary loot. Say one got him.
Your power grows.
Your power grows.
Enemy tower under siege. Enemy tower under attack.
He's too aggressive. I can't save you forever.
An enemy tower is under attack. Hit me. An ally is dead. Enemy tower under. An enemy has been slain.
I think this Murdoch guy's alright.
Your skill rises.
Oh gosh. The lag.
Hit me.
Oh man, this lag's rough. Started all of a sudden. Oh, come on.
An enemy has fallen. An enemy tower is under attack.
Alright, you're supposed to be able to handle your own. Yes! Gideon, let's go! I think Gotta get in. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. Go.
I will return soon.
All right. Hold on.
An enemy has been slain.
Have my
Enemy tower
Cam
under
feed.
siege.
where it is, the hide chat. I mean, it's got like a profanity filter, but people still just like to run their mouth.
Enemy killing spree.
You got it, Murdoch? Ulti. Oh, I missed them. I missed everything.
Allied tower. The enemy has fallen. Allied tower under attack.
I got Murdoch. I got Murdoch. I got Murdoch.
Enemy tower under siege.
He's good. He never was done. Oh, he almost got him. Murdoch, chill out. This is alright. I'm screwed now.
Enemy has been slain. Unstoppable.
Unreal.
Enemy tower under attack. Enemy towers destroyed.
Don't chase. Don't chase. Don't. This dude knows what he's doing.
Enemy tower under siege. Returning to base. Enemy tower under attack.
I need to pick a better place to go back from. Magic armor. Health. Look at health.
Allied tower under and allied towers destroyed.
Murdoch!
An ally has been slain.
I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Played yourself.
Hit me.
Got him.
Your power grows. An ally has perished. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Ally has been slain. An enemy tower is under attack. I will return soon. Enemy towers destroyed. An enemy tower is under attack. Enemy tower under siege.
Very nice.
Enemy tower under attack. Enemy towers destroyed. Attack!
You get him? Very nice.
I must must go back. Hold this position. Enemy towers destroyed.
Very nice. Don't get too froggy now. Come on, Murdoch. You got him? This guy's good. Fangtooth is a team-wide buff. I don't know exactly what it does.
Under attack.
Oh, they got me. They got me. That's my fault. That was stupid.
An allied tower is destroyed. Allied tower destroyed. Allied tower under attack.
Whatever.
An enemy has been slain.
Come on, Murdoch. Get Murdoch.
Triple kill.
Nice. Clary's about to kill Crunch. Maybe. I don't know. Is it, no, he's dead.
An enemy has fallen.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Ally has been slain. Enemy towers destroyed. Or not. Oh, he's fine. He's strong.
enemy inhibitor is under siege. Enemy powers destroyed. An enemy inhibitor is under siege. An enemy inhibitor is down.
Let's go. About to win this.
Enemy inhibitor deactivated. Enemies has been
Get out of there, son. You are nothing.
enemy core is under attack. An enemy inhibitor is under siege. An enemy inhibitor is down.
This game.
I must go back. Hold on. The enemy core is under attack. The enemy core is under attack. Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill.
We can't lose this. Rip.
The enemy is unstoppable. Triple kill. Enemy claim your reward.
Oh, GG. GG. Yeah, Crunch was our weak link. If he would have if he could have went 4-4-4, that would have been a shutout. Let's go. I don't think I can do another one of those. I don't think I can do another one of those. That was grueling. That's the game, though. That's the game. Predecessor. If any of that looks fun to you, like, please buy this game. This isn't sponsored at all. I just love the game. I think it's $10 for like the lowest tier. There's 4 tiers. I think it's just the game and then rare, epic, legendary. Each one giving you more stuff for the full game. Like, I bought the legendary bundle like right away. It's like, I think it's $38. So it's not that much, relatively. and I got 10,000 premium currency. I assume that's like $10. I don't know, because I can't spend it yet. But I also got this skin for Crunch. I'll show off this. Got this skin for Crunch. EA Early Access is what that means. Black Site. I got Lux. Galactic, which mixed feelings about. I'm not crazy about it. Hindsight, I wish I got a steel skin though. Muriel's like a dedicated healer. Like, you have to have 4 solid players to have anybody play as Muriel. Hers is probably the weakest, but I mean, it's alright. Murdoch's is very good. Wish it wasn't yellow, but it do be like that sometimes. But it is good. Chimera. Chimera's another favorite of mine. He has a Grux pelt skin. So his pelt, it's normally like this. It's a Grux pelt. This is Grux. So I don't know if that's his name or his race, but sorry. And Drongo, Fengmao. Things like that. It says this and Muriel's are called Tier 1, which are basically just color changes. I forget all the rules, but they laid out like what each tier means. Whereas like Murdoch and Crunch are Tier 3. So then I guess Chimera. And Chimera would be Tier 2. This might be Tier 2, and then Grux might be Tier 1. And Muriel's Tier 1. And I feel like there's another one that I'm missing. Oh, let's just look. I don't know if I've ever played Drongo. If I did, it was like once in Paragon like 5 years ago. Faye. Gideon. Already covered that. Gadget. Forgot about her.
Life is short. Use my
Howitzer. He's very cool. Also, all of these voice lines that the characters have, they weren't there in the original game.
It'll be quick. Like
Kalari is a menace if you let him kind of get off on his own and get strong and then start just assassinating people. Bellica.
You ready?
There's lore between Bellica and Murdoch, but the game Paragon never really fleshed it out. Not that I care, but if you're gonna do it, don't halfway do it. Yeah, I mean, I guess the second one's better, but Narbash, he's alright. Not a big fan though. He's good at keeping whoever he's with alive. Rampage, he's a tank as well, just like Steel. But he can throw a rock, kind of like Gideon, and it does damage and does a stun move. He can also do a pounce move, but unlike Chimera, who locks on, his you just kind of have to know where you're landing. And I don't know where I'm landing. So it doesn't work that well for me. And his ultimate is he can just get huge. And he has an attack where he just like slams down, I think. He was broken when early access started, but they hit him with a quick nerf. Sevarog is very fun, but you really have to know what you're doing, or else he's useless. His ultimate, he just swings his hammer and knocks you back, but he also has a dash move, and the strat is that you wait for somebody to get close to your tower, and then you dash behind them, 360 no scope, and hit them with the hammer, and then they go into your tower, and then you destroy them. Sparrow, for legal reasons, not Katniss. of steel. They had a good, like, Aztec themed skin. Yeah, Aztec themed skin for steel in the first game. Kind of wish I had that now. I also had one that was like black and gold. They had a few that were pretty good. But I mean, I get they've got to make money, like, you gotta get them looking too. I don't care to give them money if they. This is Richter. He's a prison warden. Was those chains. He can hit you with those and drag you to him. It's a stun move too. This is Decker. I really like Decker. She does a bunch of stun moves. This, okay, stasis bomb. She tosses a ball at an enemy, and if it hits them, it stuns them. But it has some decent range, and so if you are good with it, I'd say above average, or at the very least average. Photon disruptor. It fires a beam along the ground. It does a slow move, or it slows. Containment fence. That's what it sounds like. It creates a containment fence circle, and enemies in it can't get through it, and they can't go through it at all. So either they're in it and they can't get out, or like if you need to get away, you can place it like behind you because you can walk through it, and then they can't. They have to like walk around it to follow you. So it's a little time. And then Ion Strike is basically an orbital laser, slowing the enemies, causing center stun instead. She's not an attacker. You're not doing damage with Decker. I have played games where I've got like 3 kills, but it's because I'm finishing the kill. It's not because I'm like attacking a person to defeat them. Crunch. I don't know if I ever played Crunch. He's really good if you know what you're doing. The other guy did not, unfortunately. But thankfully, he wasn't the worst player I've ever seen. He was like 4 and 7, which isn't the worst thing. It's just not ideal. I'd rather him be like 4 and 4. Yeah, like at least get as many kills as deaths. So that's it. Once again, these are your items. Shout out to my buddy Tommy. He's the one who got me to play this game. Originally, Paragon, not Predecessor, Paragon. And he's the one who figures out like all the builds. He does all the research on YouTube. It's like, okay, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. And so he set me up with the build that I was using with Fire Blossom, Flux Matrix, Raiment of Renewal, I think it's Unbroken or Unbreakable Will, and then Stonewall. Yes, Stonewall. Those would be my 5 cards. Let's see if I can show you. So first off, pick Guardian Crest. And that'll go to Warden and then Sanctification. Fire Blossom is my first card. Flux Matrix. Those are Raiment. Raiment of Renewal. There's Stonewall, that's my 5th card. Oh, Unbroken Will, and then Stonewall. Those are my 4th cards. 5 cards. So when you get Fire Block, these are like the big cards. So like these, you can these 350, 350, 350, 800, 1200, which this gives you Blaze, which is a minor, a buff, whatever you want to call it, minor effect, versus Fire Blossom's a little bit better effect. So if you get to 1200, you can get that and then get to that. And that's what you're working toward. Deal 25 plus 1.5% bonus damage based on your health. Plus 1.5% bonus health. Magic damage per second to nearby enemies. Increased by 50% against immobilized targets. So whenever I stun somebody, I'm doing double to them. And 100% against monsters. So I stun monsters, it does 100% more damage. Flex Matrix. Nearby enemy heroes take 15% additional magic damage and have their tenacity decreased. So, because of Fire Blossom's effect, deal 25 plus 1.5% bonus health, magic damage per second to nearby enemies, yada yada. This increases my magic damage done to enemies by 15%, or heroes by 15%, and decrease their tenacity, which I found out is their resistance to crowd control. So I assume if you're supposed to be rooted for like a second, you might be rooted for like 3/4 of a second, something like that. Oh, Raymond. Where's Raymond? Regenerate 10% of damage taken over 5 seconds. Increase all healing received by 20%. Huge. Unbroken Will. When you are immobilized, take 20% decreased damage for 2 seconds. So I get stunned, I'm tougher. If you are immobilized or displaced, you restore plus 6% maximum health over time. So it's I restore health over 4 seconds plus 6% of my maximum health. Restore plus. Okay, so I restore 6% of my max health over 4 seconds. That's what that means. What did this say? I still don't really know what that means. And then Stonewall. Taking damage that would reduce you below 40% max health unleashes a shockwave, stunning all nearby enemies, which yes. Increased by 50% against immobilized targets and 100% against monsters. So, Shockwave, I do 50% more damage. And then Bulwark, take 10 plus 7.5% bonus physical armor. Percent decreased damage from physical abilities, which are like punches and that kind of thing, not like magic type stuff. So that's a quick rundown of like what I'm going for. But yeah, buddy Tommy's the one who works all that out, because I find it a little tedious. I could watch videos, but there aren't a lot of stuff about this game out right now because it came out Thursday. But yeah, that's Predecessor. So I hope you enjoyed that. I may stream some more. I may stream some Pokemon later tonight, but it depends on what the boys want to do. If they want to play Predecessor, I can't pass up playing Predecessor with a 3-man team. We used to have a 5-man team. It was fantastic. We had... Who did I play? I played a character called Grim. He's not in the game yet. Or he hasn't been added to Predecessor yet. I played Grim. He's fantastic. He's a giant robot, but he's controlled like an organ grinder, like by a little like ant monster. Very cool. His ultimate is. It used to be overpowered. His ultimate, you could lock onto people through the map, like architecture. Like I'm in the middle lane, and they're in left or right lane. I'd have to get a little closer, but I'd have to move a little bit into the jungle, left or right, and just as long as they're in the map and I like initiate my ultimate, it lets me like look to lock on, see the person, lock on, fire, and if they're close to death, kind of like Murdoch's laser beam, I can just nuke them. So I admit that was a little broken. Then they changed it to line of sight. So it is virtually infinite range, but you have to lock on in line of sight. So if you can see the enemy, then you can lock on. But that also counts as like, just because you can see the character with your eyes, like jumping in the distance, the character has to be close enough to like show the name tag of who the character is. So it has been nerfed some, but I think it's for the best, even though it's not as fun. And then we had Iggy and Scorch. That's another character that isn't in the game yet. He's like one goblin on top of like another monster type thing. And he throws Molotov cocktails, drops oil slicks. Well, drops oil slicks, throws Molotov cocktails, and has fire turrets. So you can set those down, and it's very good at controlling a lane. Twin Blast, another character that isn't in Predecessor yet. He's kind of like your Star-Lord Han Solo character. He's got two like rapid fire pistols. He's very squishy. Can't take a lot of damage, but he can deal a lot if you like get good cards and can have somebody to protect you and heal you or whatever. Feng Mao is in Predecessor. He's a strong melee character. Very good single target. I don't know if he's as good for multiple. And then what's the other one? That's it. That's 5. So yeah, good times. But yeah, all that to say, I may be back later tonight with some Pokemon, but I really wanted to play this to show y'all this. I hope y'all buy it. It's great. It might take some time to get like the hang of it. I encourage you to watch some videos. There aren't a lot out there on Predecessor. You can watch a lot on Paragon. But I don't think those videos are going to be too relevant anymore for this game. They're fun to watch though. You can kind of see. Okay, how about this? Don't watch Paragon videos for builds, but you can watch them for tactics. So if somebody's playing as any of these 20 heroes, you can watch those videos and get an idea of kind of how this character is meant to play, if that person doing the video is good. One of the guys who makes videos, Robbie Singh is his name. He on YouTube he is RGS ACE. So it's RGS Ace. I assume RGS are his initials. Yeah. But I don't know, it doesn't matter. He did a lot of Paragon videos. And he is I don't know if you'd say by the community or his community, but people call him the champ. And I don't know if that's, whatever, but he's very good. He's very good. And always, man, if they came out with a new hero or did a new update to the game, he was the first one with a video out. Already got the character broke down. These are his abilities. These are what cards work well with, his attack style. Like if he's a magic attacker or healer or defender, whatever. He actually founded or co-founded hold on. I don't see it. Omega Studios, which is the company that made Predecessor. And so I always had higher hopes for Predecessor than the other ones. I don't want to call any names. There are other ones that I'm like, I hope it's good, but I'm still waiting on Predecessor. That's gonna be the one. And so far it is. So RGS ACE. He made, in my opinion, the best Paragon guides when it was hot. Also, you can get a look at like what new characters to expect. They're adding 5 new characters over the course of early access. Thursday will be a week since the game's been out. It would be great if they gave us a new character the first week, or the second week, I guess. But I don't know. I don't think there's a timeline on when they're supposed to put out new characters. I just want Grim. I just want Grim. He's so like. He's very much like. Grim is a lifeless robot. Yeah. But he's controlled by the little imp creature, you know, pulling his strings. So he just kind of like looks around them, and he has like a ion cannon or whatever. But the other characters, the ones like Grim, Iggy and Scorch, Twin Blast. I'm trying to think of some other like fan favorites. Revenant's a good one. Wraith. Wraith is a sniper type character. He's not one to get like in enemies' faces, but he's very good at stunning. He has a thing called rewind or run it back, something like that, where he can like reverse. So he's somewhere, but he like jumps back, kind of like Tracer, but I don't think he gets health back. And his ultimate's like a snipe. It's pretty good. We had a thing in the original Paragon. I can't remember what the card was called, but it took a while to get it. But it had an active ability that when you activated it, it halved your max health, but doubled your damage. Doubled. Okay? So, have your health, double your damage. You can activate it as many times as you want, but half, double. And it may not have been double. It may be like 50% less health, 50% more damage. That may have been it. That may have been closer to it, but still. And then it's 50% health, 50% damage, 50% health, 50% damage. And so it was always like, depending on how the game was going, should I do it again? Should I do it again? And with characters like Murdoch, Grim, Wraith, there's another character called Revenant that you really had to be careful because he was an in-your-face character. But you would just nuke people. It was stupid. You couldn't get into a fight. But if your friends got into a fight and you threw an ability, it meant something. So I'm curious to see stuff like that where it's like, you know, you can totally like tank a stat, but then like skyrocket another one. And it's like you're only useful in a very specific situation, but in that situation, like you destroy. There was a lot of that. So I hope we get more of that back. But yeah, if you liked anything about this, please buy Predecessor. Please. I want this game to succeed. I want it to continue to grow, to get better, and yada yada yada. Also, please like my videos, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell if you haven't already. And I will see y'all next time. Have a nice day.